I want to teach you today how you can be more frugal in 2021. Hey guys, my name is Kristin. Welcome back to my channel. I make videos mostly about personal finance content, and every single time I make a frugal living video on my channel, you guys seem to really like it. So I wanted to share with you tips. Well, I guess they're not really tips. Frugal habits, frugal moves, I don't know. Things you can do to be more frugal in the upcoming year. Sheesh, that was a struggle. I feel like all my other frugal living videos are kind of more day-to-day, small little choices that you can make, little changes you can make as you're going about your life that will really help you save money, even if it's just a teeny tiny bit. I'm always talking about how that tiny bit really adds up over time. But today I just want to give you maybe some more overarching themes, not necessarily the nitty-gritty tips. So if you want those tips, you can check out this video here, or you can go ahead and grab this free ebook. It is completely free. It's a printable book and it has 101 of my best frugal living tips. I will leave the link for both of those down below and you can grab those. But for today, let's talk about ways that you can lead a more frugal lifestyle. So the first tip is something so near and dear to my heart because I've talked about this on my channel, my Instagram, my blog, nonstop, but it is reduce food waste and reduce your use of consumables. Since that big video went up, I don't think I've purchased paper plates. That's something we used to use all the time here. I've purchased substantially less paper towels. We used to go through those like crazy, and I don't think I've purchased even one case of water. We have really been making a conscious effort around our household to use a lot less consumables and really reduce our food waste. We do that through meal planning, and I have a bunch of videos and resources you can check out about meal planning. I'll link those down below as well. But making these efforts consistently really pay off. You use a lot less, it's better for our planet, of course, and you're able to just be a lot more frugal because those can be big expenses. When you're wasting things, you're literally just throwing money in the garbage. So take a look at your habits, at your shopping habits, at your usage habits, and see where you can start cutting back and reducing waste, and you'll be a lot more frugal. The next thing I want to suggest you do is sitting down and reviewing all of your subscriptions and deciding which ones you actually need and which ones can be cut. Tell me in the comments if you've ever checked out your bank account or your credit card and realized that you had a sneaky subscription that was being charged month after month and you didn't even know about it. This has happened to me before in the past. Thankfully, it was just something really tiny. It was like a $1 subscription through iTunes that I wasn't catching because I kept thinking my husband was just purchasing a song every time I saw it, when in actuality, it was a tiny little subscription that I just needed to cancel. If you are an Apple or a Mac user, it's a great idea to grab your device, pull up the settings, and click on subscription or dues and look at everything that's being charged to you automatically. You might be shocked at how many things you're paying for every month, or maybe quarterly, or maybe even yearly that you didn't even realize. Make sure you're taking some time and deleting and canceling the ones that you no longer need. Also, be sure to check out the Google Play Store as well. Now, I'm an Apple user, but if you're an Android user, I'm sure you can check this through your device somehow. But I just go ahead and go in on my laptop and check out my Google Store periodically and make sure that the things are being charged are things that I am using, are things that are bringing me value, are things that are worth the money, and most importantly, are things that I am well aware of and intentionally deciding to keep paying for every single month. Now, beyond the devices, make sure you're checking for things like magazines. Yeah, actual magazines, newspapers. Remember those things that used to come to your house on paper, but make sure you're using them. If you're not rating them, why are you paying for them? Can you read them online for free? Do they have an online subscription that may be cheaper? Take some time and go through all of these expenses because they could really save you some money. How about that gym membership? Are you going to the gym? Listen, I'm all for a gym membership if it's actually bringing you joy, if it's making you go to the gym, if it's helping you improve your health in some way. But if it's just making you feel badly every single month when you see that charge come through and you know you haven't gone to the gym, you know you're wasting money every single month because you're not going, if it's making you feel like crap about yourself, if you're wasting money, just pull the plug. You can always join another gym. You can always sign back up. Try working out at home. Try using free YouTube videos, or maybe even a small subscription through an app or a website that could be a fraction of the cost of what you are actually wasting to have that gym membership. Coming up on a new year is a great time to sit down and review all of your bills, all of your insurance policies, all of your utility rates. Go through each one. Of course, this is gonna take some time. Break it up if you want. Maybe do a new bill each week or a new expense each week. Call your broker, call your insurance companies, ask them if there's any way they can lower your rate. Shop around a little bit. Look around for new deals or try to negotiate new contracts. You will be shocked at how much you can save with a simple phone call. Not always, of course, sometimes they're resistant, but a lot of times you're able to negotiate way better rates or way better contracts for yourself. Think cable, cell phone, internet, car insurance, homeowners insurance. The list goes on and on. The possibilities for savings are endless. Another change you can make this year is starting to purchase more used items. Now, I guess this kind of ties back in with the other tip where we were talking about reducing waste, but I never really purchased used items. I guess I always just had this stigma that used things were dirty or gross. I don't know. I'm a real germaphobe, so I'm pretty sure it ties back into that because I was raised on hand-me-downs. So I'm not really sure where that belief developed, but somewhere along the way I picked up a belief that I didn't like purchasing used or secondhand things. But you know the cool thing about our mindset and our beliefs, we have the ability to change them. So this is something I've been working on. If you have a similar belief, I urge you to try and figure out where those beliefs came from and then determine whether this is a belief that's rooted in truth. I know I'm getting all woo-woo here, but everything we do truly does come from a thought that we think. So if you're able to change those thoughts, we can effectively change our actions. Personally, I've been trying to work on this over the past couple months. I've been purchasing a lot more things off of sites like Poshmark and Mercari. I will admit that I have only purchased one used item, and most of the other things I've purchased have actually been new items with tags, but I still feel like that's a step in the right direction because those items have already been purchased by somebody else. They're already out of the store. They already need to be used or they will be thrown away. So I do feel like it's better to purchase an item, even if it is brand new, from a reseller than it is to purchase from a store. And I don't know, maybe that's a weird way of thinking about it. You guys can let me know your thoughts down in the comments, but it's just a baby step. I'm taking baby steps here, okay? So I'd love for you to do the same. Can you purchase your electronics used? So many companies and stores offer refurbished electronics that really are as good as new. Many of them even come with warranties as if you were purchasing them new. So you still have that buyer's protection. When you're ready to make a purchase, take a beat and think as to whether this is something that maybe you could purchase used or secondhand and save yourself a lot of money. This next one I'm sharing with a warning label. I almost took this one off my list because I get worried about giving advice to people that could possibly get them in trouble. But the bottom line is this is a way you can save a lot of money, and for a lot of people, they are able to use credit cards responsibly without ever paying a penny in interest, and it's just not an issue for them. I don't want to leave it out. I just want to kind of give you guys a disclaimer. If you're not in a position, if you're not in a place, if you're not in a headspace, if you don't have the willpower to use credit cards without overcharging, without paying interest, and without going into debt, then please just skip ahead to the next step. Using credit cards for your spending and paying them off every single month in full. That's the key, guys. It has to be paid in full to avoid the interest. But using them every month and paying them in full can earn you a substantial amount back in rewards. Now, if you're a Dave Ramsey follower, I know you're going to tell me that you're not going to get rich with rewards, and I completely agree. I completely agree with you, with Dave, on that aspect. But over the years, I've seen that we can accrue points and use credit cards as a tool to save money on travel, to get free gift cards, to get statement credits. And we've been able to earn a substantial amount of points without ever paying any interest. So that is definitely a way where you can be more frugal, you can travel more frugally, you can use your points to transfer money right into your bank account and into your savings account. Just proceed with caution and be really honest with yourself and make sure that you're in a position that you can use credit cards as a financial tool and not as a method of getting things that you want but really can't afford. I have two credit cards I use. I use one for our personal and one for our business, and that is all we have. Both of them give us some really great cash rewards and money back. I will go ahead and link them down below. If you are in the market for maybe a card that earns you more than you're earning with your current card, you can go ahead and check them out. My next tip is to create a capsule wardrobe. Now, you could have one capsule wardrobe that you wear all year long, or you could switch them out every season. This is something personally I don't do yet, although I've been trying to work my way towards it with constantly purging my closet and purchasing way less clothing over the past couple years. But I love the idea of a capsule wardrobe. So you just look through your closet, pull out a couple of pieces that you love the most, a couple of your best staples that make you feel good when you put them on, that are comfortable, that make you feel confident, and then you can build around there. So definitely start with what you have first. You can incorporate different colors, different patterns, but you want to get things that all go together in some way, because the idea is to have them be completely interchangeable. The idea is to have maybe 30-ish or less pieces that you can mix and match day after day and make a ton of different outfits for. So it's really going to cut back time when getting ready because everything goes together. Just grab something, throw it on your body, and you're good to go. It's going to cut back the amount of laundry you have to do. It's going to cut back the amount of time you're wasting maybe cleaning and organizing your closet. And if you don't have everything you need, then you can make a list of the couple items you need to complete your capsule. Just go ahead and add them into your budget so you can pick up what you need and complete your capsule wardrobe. And the last tip is a big one. If your living expenses are incredibly high, consider moving. Consider moving. I think they're calling it location hacking, maybe. You can Google it if you want. But I know a couple people that have done this. They lived in really expensive areas with high taxes and a super high cost of living. And even though they made good money, they weren't able to save the amount of money that they wanted to save. They weren't able to reach certain financial goals that they were working towards because it was just too expensive where they were living. So they simply sold their house, picked up, and moved to a different part of the country. And of course, this isn't going to be possible for many of us for different reasons, but if it's something that sounds of interest to you or something that you thought of before, give it more thought, right? Do a little bit of research. Hop on Zillow or ask some people that live in different areas what it's like for them and really give it some serious thought. Could your job transfer you? Could you find another job? Do you already work remotely and can work virtually anywhere? How much money could you save? How would your life and your lifestyle change if you move to a cheaper area, or even just a cheaper home in the same area, or even started renting and got rid of your house that caused you thousands of dollars a year in home repairs, or downsized. Maybe you have a house that's just way too big. It's hard to keep up with the cleaning and you're not even using half the space. Maybe you just downsized to a smaller house. Maybe your property taxes are just insane. And maybe you could move to a different school district or rent to lower that tax burden. There's so many different options, and I really just wanted to include this because it's something I find so intriguing. My husband and I talk about doing this all the time. I'm a weenie and don't want to leave my family, so we haven't done it yet, but it's always a possibility. So those are my tips for living a more frugal lifestyle in this upcoming year. It might seem a bit premature, but we are already flying through Q4 here, and New Year's is going to be here before we know it. So I wanted to get this out to you so you could watch this video, digest it, watch it again, maybe over and over and over, and let the ads play. If you guys liked this video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up and share it with somebody who also needs to hear these tips. I hope you will take a minute and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you as part of my little family here on YouTube. Don't forget to head to the description box and grab your free Frugal Living ebook. If you would like to see even more frugal tips, you can go ahead and check out this video and this video. Thank you so much for watching today, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know one single thing that I haven't done to make you know